So there's always these comments of who's better between Mike Tomlin and Bill Cowher. We both know um, both of them done won Super Bowls. Both of them lost Super Bowl. They only been to two Super Bowls. However, I don't know how you judge who's better. I think Tomlin gets a lot of heat because of the way his players act on social media. Bill Cowher didn't have to deal with that. Because think about it. Facebook, Facebook Live and all that stuff probably didn't come out till like '06. Facebook Live probably haven't came out but what, 3 years. So Tomlin had to deal with a lot more. Like Antonio Brown um, being on Facebook Live after beating Kansas City, and he take the Mike Tomlin saying all the stuff that he said. Uh, it's hard to control grown men. And some of the grown men make more money than you. So you sitting there trying to tell them how they should act and be, which you're supposed to do as a coach. But let's be honest, it's not like the pro college football where you can say, hey, go ahead and go sit on a bench. You're not. They bench Antonio Brown. You see, they barely won that last game to try to get in the playoffs. But they done adapted. And let me say this too: Andy Reid and Bill Belichick has full power over who they draft and who they want, who they're gonna go out there and free agent. It's up to the money man to go out there. Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin never had that power. It's always up to the general manager. Well, I say is that general managers usually build a team, and the image they want, and they go get the coaches to try to help them out. Perfect example: uh, Colts back in the day. Bill Polian built their team. It wasn't Tony Dungy or whoever else was there. They built that team. But let's go to look at what Mike Tomlin has done compared to what's called it. The reason why I'm bringing this up, Mike Tomlin has had a record of 14 seasons without having a losing record. So Bill Cowher, within 15 years, had 149 wins, 90 losses, and one. He won 62% of his games. In 13 years, Mike Tomlin has 133 wins, 74 losses, and one. And what's so big about that is that this year, Mike Tomlin, he could lose the rest of the games, the rest of the year, won't have a losing record. I think about the Cleveland Clowns and stuff and how many losing seasons they done had. The Bengals in this time period. Uh, they had several losing seasons. I don't think they ever got the first round under Marvin Lewis. Look how bad the Cowboys have been. A team that has a lot of money and don't mind spending. They haven't been as impressive as Tomlin on his run since they in his 13, 14-year period. So that says a lot. Playoffs. This is where Bill Cowher has a slight advantage at. He has 12, 12 12 games and 9 losses in the playoff, but Mike Tomlin has 8 wins and 7 losses. So Bill Cowher has had um, has a better playoff record uh, than Tomlin. Now, my point is that Tommy don't get a lot of respect. And I'll tell you why Tommy don't get a lot of respect. And this honest truth. Not because he's not black or because he's black or anything. I think it's because the lack of the fact that he doesn't play, his team doesn't play good against teams that have losing records. I done point out a couple of them, the Raiders a few years ago, with Pryor at quarterback, and Pryor takes off on a 99-yard run. Uh, I can think of many examples where we done lost San Diego one time under Mike Tomlin. Man, we struggled against Dallas yesterday, who's absolutely terrible, who was starting a four-string quarterback. So that's why Mike Tomlin doesn't get a lot of respect by Pittsburgh Nation. And I want to put this in the right term. People see Mike Tomlin being babied by the Steelers. When I said that, it's like I brought up earlier that if you look at it, it's really the general manager that picked the players, their coordinators, and stuff like that. It's really not up to Mike Tomlin. So a lot of people don't respect him because of that reason. But I think he does a good job of motivating his players to play. But against teams that are not that good, he does a very poor job, and that's why he doesn't get a lot of respect. But also, there's more distractions now compared to when Bill Cowher was coaching. But yeah, have a good night, man. I'm tired as heck.